Good morning, biologists. I want to make a quick video to show you how to check your grades on Blackboard. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, here's my screen. And I'm going to put a little spotlight on my mouse so that you can see it. So hopefully you can see my mouse here. Awesome. And now we're on our Blackboard page. I'm in student preview, so it should look the same for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip the syllabus section and the course resources. Those are there for you to review anything that you want to look at, like what's coming up next week, the schedule's in there, or what the due date policies are. That's there for you. And then week one, we just finished. So you did all those assignments. Now you want to figure out how you did. And so what you'll do is you'll go to our handy toolbar on the left, which might hide. So don't forget that you need to pop it in and out. Come on, there you go. So pop it back out. And then to check your grades, you go right down to my progress and my grades. So here are my grades. As a student in our class, I've only turned in one thing. And so my total grade, this first row here, is only at a 20%. But late work is accepted. So if you have a couple things you haven't turned in, that's okay. You can still catch up. So please submit any late work that you might have. Then if I look down here, the one thing that I've turned in, I only got 1 out of 5 points on. So if I wanted to see why, and I wanted to see what the instructor feedback was, I would click on this item. I see my overall information here. On my side, I also see how long you spent on each assignment, which is really interesting. And then I click on the numeric value of my grade. So click that one. And that takes me to my submission. So I can see question number 1 has a check mark. I got 1 out of 1 points for it. Here's the instructor feedback, response feedback. I replied to myself saying, hello, me, because it's an information survey about getting to know your students. And then I can see that question 2 is an X, question 3 is an X. I got 0 points out of them. What feedback did I get? Oh, I didn't answer it. So I can see that I skipped this question, and that explains why I don't have points for it. So I can go through and look at the rest of my submissions and see if I said anything like, oops, you forgot to mention this, and that explains the partial credit. But my feedback to you will be in this area. So again, to get to that, you go to my grades, you click on the item that you want to look at, you click on the blue score, and it'll underline when you go over it, and then you can see the feedback. So I usually reply to you. I often say like, awesome, great, good job. But if you skipped a portion, or if something is incorrect, or if your graph was tweaked so that your x-axis was your y-axis, or you did a line instead of a bar, whatever it is, my feedback to you will be in this area. So that's where you're going to look. And then if you have any questions, email me. My email is catherine.creech@nhcc.edu. You can use my messages, but it doesn't alert me. And so it might take me a few days to reply. Where if you email me at my email, catherine.creech@nhcc.edu, it goes right to my phone, and I usually reply like immediately if I'm not in class or busy. And I always silence my phone at night. So if you're doing this at 3 a.m., email me anyway. It won't bother me, I promise. I'll answer you in the morning, like it's only 6:20 right now. I'm a morning person. And I hope that you silence your phone until you're ready to use it so that I'm not waking you up at 6 a.m. That is all. Email me with questions. I will talk to you soon. Bye.